about this time of year, when we come into spring, things are warming up, the forsythia is blooming, we're hitting 70 degrees a few days in a row. We've had some good rains. March is right at the end of February, early March. We're gonna get in here and we're gonna do this low mow here that you see on my left side. And this low mow is gonna make all the difference. Your lawn, if you get down and you get in there and you take out all this thatch and dead material and you bag those clippings and get rid of them, your lawn is gonna green up 2 weeks minimum, more likely 3 to 4 weeks ahead of everybody else. You are exposing your grass to a few things, but the benefits outweigh the risk and the cost here tenfold probably. So I really recommend going ahead and doing this, and now's the time of year to do it. Hey everybody, it's Andrew with Natural State Horticare here, and I want to take a minute to make a video about how to prepare your grass for springtime. So specifically, we're going to talk today about a practice known as scalping. That is the ubiquitous term for this method. However, I don't think the word scalping really applies to zoysia grass. If you scalp zoysia grass, you can do some serious damage. Bermuda grass, feel free, mow as low as you want. You could hit dirt as long as you're not digging it up physically. Get as low as you want, bag those clippings and get rid of them. The same premise is going to apply for both grass types. You just be more aggressive with Bermuda grass than you can zoysia grass. Today I'm in a zoysia grass lawn, and you can kind of tell on my right side here that this has not been scalped yet or mowed low, and the left side has. The right side, we're probably sitting at about 2.5 to 3 inches, and we're about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch lower here on the left side. And you can just tell just in this video that the left side is significantly greener than the right side is. We're a bit more golden brown over here and about 50% green over here. And what's really crazy about what's happening here behind me is that this is mowed today. So this grass that you're seeing here that's golden brown that you're seeing around your neighborhoods right now, this is all green underneath here, and it's being trapped beneath all this dead, overwintered material. So there's a few keys and a few things happening here that we really need to talk about that are the reasons why we do this and the reasons why we don't do this too early. So let's talk about the reason for too early. If you get out, or you say you go into dormancy with the grass here on my left, and your soil is a little exposed and you don't have any dead or dormant material protecting your soil, you're going to be much more likely to germinate weeds, and more significantly, your soil is going to be exposed to temperature swings. So you can kind of think about leaving some leafy material a little bit more than you do here in the spring as built-in mulch. It's going to prevent those weeds, and it's going to prevent temperature swings, which prevents damage to your turf grass. So if you let this grass, zoysia specifically, go dormant at above 3 inches roughly. Every lawn's a little bit different, and the severities of letting it be too tall are different for lawns. But specifically lawns that deal with foot traffic and moisture issues like drainage, if you have any of those issues, which is likely, and you have zoysia grass, you really want to make sure that that grass goes dormant in that little sweet spot of about 2.5 to 3 inches roughly. If you're any taller than that and you go dormant, what ends up happening is that grass gets wet or stepped on, and it ends up laying down. And there might be some examples of this in your lawn where you can see the flow of water that has laid over your grass or some foot traffic. But essentially what ends up happening is that the grass gets in contact with soil and instantly begins to rot. And any rotting material in your zoysia grass is a recipe for disease and ultimately just dead grass and a rough start to the year. With zoysia grass, one thing I've learned over the years of doing this business, the more we can do cultural practices to reduce any chance of disease, the better. So the more we can remove dead or dormant material out of here and get rid of it, the less likely it is to rot amongst the living material, and the less likely we are to have things like large patch and fairy ring and spring dead spot and all these negative things that happen in spring and make us feel like our lawn is doing really bad. And then the other side is they cause us to have to use a lot of fungicide to manage those diseases. So the more things we can do, like culturally, such as mowing or maintenance practices, specifically here in this case, scalping or low mowing, the less chemicals have to be used, and that's always the win.